everybody, it's Jase from Marshall Made Collectibles, and today we're doing a review and unboxing. This is going to be our second review, or the part two of a two-part review. The first one we did was on the Blitzway Silence of the Lambs Hannibal Lecter in the straight jacket. This is the Silence of the Lambs Hannibal Lecter in the white prison uniform. These are by Blitzway, and they're 1/6 scale. And if you've already watched the straitjacket version, you already know how I feel about it. It was freaking phenomenal. Before we get started, though, I'd like to go ahead and thank Steve Allen over at Time Walker Toys that made this review possible. If you've never shopped with them before, you really should check them out. They have amazing customer service, great prices, especially if you pre-order. You can even get stuff at a discount. Free shipping if your order reaches over a certain amount. And super fast shipping. I got these in 2 days, and I just couldn't be happier with the quality and the friendly service that I received. So again, if you want to check them out, I will have a link in the description below to their store, and I really suggest you check them out. They are amazing. Anyway, let's go ahead and get on with the review. Just like the other Silence of the Lambs figure, they come in their own carton that says what they are. They are sealed with the Blitzway tape. So what I'm going to do is, instead of just boring you to death with the box, I'm going to go ahead and pop it out, and we will go right directly into the packaging. Again, wanted to touch base. I'm thoroughly impressed with how Blitzway packages their stuff. You've got these hard plastic corner protectors that protect the corners of your box. Now, my last box on the straitjacket version, I had a little ding up the top, but it was probably from shipping when it got banged on the top. But the corners were all perfect because Blitzway goes through a little bit of the extra effort to make sure the packaging, for collectors anyway, is in excellent condition, which I really appreciate. All right, and before I take the bag off, both figures, or both boxes, right out of the box, they come polybagged. And a little bit different than most bags is they actually have, Blitzway has printed out the Silence of the Lambs logo on the bags. A little extra something, I guess. But it's kind of nice that they go through that extra effort instead of just being in a poly bag. And here we are with the box outside of the bag. And these boxes are rather large, not just in the way that they're tall, but they're deep as well. They're a lot thicker than your normal 1/6 scale collectible figure box. With this one, with the white prison version, we get an awesome photo of the figure himself, like behind bars. We get the MGM logo, the Blitzway logo. Down below, we get the Blitzway 1/6 scale collectible figure, Silence of the Lambs, and that's embossed. And below it says the Hannibal Lecter white prison uniform version. On this side, we get the Blitzway collectible figure. We get the Silence of the Lamb, this time in red, and that is embossed too. On the back, we have everybody that was responsible for bringing this to us, the MGM and the Blitzway logo, some legalese, the MGM hologram logo or foil logo there. Again, on the side, the Silence of the Lambs logo. And on the top and the bottom, we have the Death's Head moth on both sides. Now, this is a shoebox design, so we just open it up and plop it down. See if we can get it to move. There we go. Now we'll move the box out of the way. And then we have a bag with the instructions and some little artwork from what Hannibal Lecter was working on when he was in the cell, and Starling had brought him his artwork back, his pencil drawings and his chalk drawings and stuff like that. And you get a little tiny 1/6 scale Silence of the Lambs poster in there too. And we'll open that up and go through all that when we go through all the accessories. Then you have two trays. You have the figure, and then the other one is all your extra accessories. And I am going to go ahead and move the other part of the box out of our way so we can go ahead and get to the first tray of accessories. And I'm going to go ahead and cut all these around because it's all taped up, and I will be right back. Okay, so we got the tape off, and let's go ahead and do our accessories. Now, some of these accessories are quite large. We don't get a ton with this, but we get some really cool ones. Now, we've got another one of those stands, and I'm not going to go into that as much on this one because I did it on the other one, and if you want to see how the Blitzway stands work, you can check that out. Now, the first thing we come to here is a carpet. And it is on a material type. Yeah, it's actually really nice. It kind of has like a little suede-y feel to it, but it's like a short pile carpet. And then we have his chair. And this is gorgeous. Look at the wood grain on that sucker. And that's all plastic, but it's done. And you've got the little casters. Now, the casters don't roll. They're in place, but they do swivel. Even the paint up underneath that you're not going to see has that wood grain look to it. And it does swivel. It does not go up or down. Some beautiful paint apps, though. Just looks like a really nice chair. And it's from the scene of him once he's at, it's like the city hall scene where they have the cell in the middle of the room. This is where he ends up escaping by killing the 2 police officers or the guards and wearing one of their faces. Don't mean to be gruesome, but that's what happens in the movie. And the movie's from 1991, so I really don't think it's a spoiler. But a great scene. And they think he's dead on top of the elevator. Now, the other things that come with this set, and this is really cool, is he has solid arms, but they're interchangeable. So you can get like the one where he's holding the billy club over his head, or you can have the straight arms, or you can have it where his fingers are crossed. And that's what these are. And that's the billy club arm. Awesome paint detail. Some great veining. And these are just held on by magnets, and they just pop off. Very cool. And then we have the crossed arms. Well, not crossed, but the fingers are crossed. That's just stunning. And that's how I'm going to have mine posed. I'm going to have him sitting in the chair with his feet down and like his elbows on the chair. You know, kind of like that situation where he was asking Starling to tell him finally about the lambs, about her not being able to save them. And that's it for that. We'll go ahead and get into the meat of this, which is the figure in the white prison garb. Oh, wait a second. I'll go ahead and do these real quick. We'll go ahead and do the artwork. And one is just a really nice picture that he supposedly has drawn. And it's just like, looks like vintage paper on the back. Really nice artwork there. You've got the little Silence of the Lambs poster. It's kind of cool. And then you have the sketch of the eye. What would really have been nice is right when they bring him his second dinner before he kills those guards, is he's sketching a picture of Starling holding a lamb after she has told him that story. If you remember back in the movie, it's kind of a creepy little drawing that he had there. Okay, let me go ahead and cut that tape on this one. Okay. And we have some metal shackles. So remember, he put his hands behind him and they cuffed him to the cage, or the cell he was in. So you got some handcuffs. It's nice. Oh my God. We have the pocket knife that he used to carve off the guard's face. Gruesome. And then we have a billy club that he used quite pleasurably as he beat one of the guards to death. Okay, and then we come to the figure himself. And he has magnetic arms too, and these are just straight arms. They look awesome though. And so do just everything. The sneakers look like dirty. They took away his laces so he couldn't kill himself or somebody else. Let me pop that head off. That is incredible. That is crazy. They did some massively beautiful sculpts. And again, I don't see the pigment being too orange or where people have complained. The hair is nice. It's not straight like black or brown. It's got some gray wash into it. I'm just totally digging the work that they did in this piece. He looks so stoic. Beautiful, beautiful. Let me get back to the body. He's got really nice white pants. He is padded, so he has some thickness to him. Just looks really good, but the paint job on these arms is phenomenal. You can see the veining in there, and it's got some like blues and grays in there. And how these arms are held on, I'll just go ahead and show you that. See, it's just basically a magnet. And then you've got a magnet that's up in that shoulder piece, and they just pop on for a seamless look. Now, these arms are not posable. They're just straight up and down. But you can have, some really, that suit padding is excellent too, because it gives him the right thickness. He's not overly thin, and he's not like fat, but he looks just the size he did in the movie. And these bodies are not overly tall either, because Anthony Hopkins is not like some 6'4" guy. Just stunning. The padding actually even goes down into the legs. Okay, hang on one second. I'm going to go ahead and put him together and get the accessories together. And I'm going to go ahead and have him set up. So I'll be right back. And here we have Hannibal all sitting and waiting to hear the story that Starling wants to have to tell him. Some of the other things I didn't mention on that first go around is he does come with a little ballpoint pen. If you remember, after he gets off the toilet in the corner and before he has his second dinner, it was the inside of that pen is what helped him pick his locks. And then you do have the knife that opens up in case you've got a police officer figure that you want to cut the face off of. Very nice little detail. And the knife has like little fish etched on it. But just a stunning, beautiful figure. That head sculpt is just nuts. I'm going to bring ourselves in to it real quick. It's just awesome. Just a beautiful piece. I think Blitzway has outdone themselves on these sets. and I couldn't be happier. They're stunning. I've always wanted a Hannibal in my collection, and now I have two, and they're just to die for. I could not be more happier. This one does have more of a matte finish, where the other one has a little bit of extra gloss. So I might actually hit the other one with some dull coat, just cover up the eyes and hit a little dull coat on that face so it doesn't have quite that shine. But this one is perfect just the way it is. But that's seriously my only complaint on either one of these sets. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you, if you were watching, you could have watched this in 4K. I should have said something earlier. I think I did in the other one, so you could have seen the massive amount of detail on these. And again, if you're a new viewer, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. We're a young channel, and all our new viewers mean the world to us. And it helps us put out new content every week, or at least we try to put out new content every week. And we really appreciate you being here. So thank you for watching, and hang back. We'll go ahead and do some HD photos here at the end of this set, and I'm going to have them mixed with the straight jacket version as well. So again, thanks for watching. This is Jase with Marshall Made Collectibles. Take care.